Energy level. So he scored a medium here. Generally, with a low energy dog, we notice that they do a lot of sitting in the test, or they lay down, or they just kind of quit. And high energy, they're like spinning circles and they're jumping off all of the obstacles, and they're very much like bigger than life. So he was a medium. He kind of stayed the course. He had energy, a little bit of bursts here and there, and then he would settle in for a little snuggle and come check in with me. Sound and sight sensitivity. So what you notice with the umbrella is that I pop the umbrella up, and what I'm looking for, I'm not looking to see whether he noticed or not. What I'm looking for is, did he recover from that startle? And he did. He didn't even notice that the umbrella went off, which is amazing. Often what happens, even when they handle it really well, is they notice and they startle, and then they get over it and they move on. He didn't even seem to notice that it was there. Same with this, the sound is the popper. When I like shake it, and he didn't even notice, and then he comes over and explores it. And then the sight sensitivity is the umbrella, where like, do they notice, do they startle? So with kids, it's really nice when these traits are low, so that when the kids are jumping around like hooligans, hopefully the dog won't notice as much. Prey drive, again, with kids, low. Like, this is like the magical, high touch tolerance, low for sound and sight sensitivity, and low for prey drive is like the lottery when it comes to a puppy going to a family with young kids. Prey drive is just how much do they want to chase things. So if the squirrel runs by, or if another dog runs by, they may not love fetch if they don't have a prey drive. We have a dog and she will not chase a ball. She just doesn't like it because she doesn't have a prey drive. But when there's young kids in the house that are going to be running all over the place, that can be really helpful. Human focused, pack drive. He followed me around. He wanted to be where I was. He was looking for me. He sought me out. How much does he want to be with people? You can't make a dog want to be with people. That's different than recall and like having them come to you, but a dog that wants to be with people. And often when we have a dog with kids, we are looking for that human companion. We're looking for that human focused trait in our dog. Tender-hearted. Okay, so in the test, you see me like roll on the floor and I cry and I pretend to cry and have a tantrum, basically. What we're looking for is, does the dog care, first off? And can they handle the big emotions? So basically, anything like extremely can be really difficult because the dog can't actually handle the emotions. They kind of run off and they flee the scene. Whereas it was really interesting. Every single one of Scotty's puppies in this litter all were highly tender-hearted. They all came licking my face and crawling under my neck, and they were so worried about me. And they stayed with me, so it was adorable. Dog friendliness, he was neutral. He didn't really seem to notice the other dog, like the stuffed dog in the pen, which isn't a super great trait, but, you know, when there's no other dogs in the house, it doesn't really matter. We're not really matching for that at this point anyways, so... he was lots of fun. He found his little tickle spot, you'll notice, and he had a great evaluation. So I hope that helps. Okay, Hammie's scorecard. Okay, so what you first need to understand for the scoring is that it's not that low is good or bad and high is good or bad. That's not how it works. It's just a spectrum to give us an idea of where the puppy is at, basically like a level. So I will explain that for each of these traits. But what you notice is the puppy gets placed into the test zone, and we just kind of observe him for a few minutes. We see whether his tail is up, whether he's down, whether he's nervous, whether he's trying things on his own. And so for Hammie, confidence level, he was a high. His tail was up. He was happy to explore. He was checking new things out. He was trying things without being motivated. Awesome. So that just tells us how he handles new situations. Assertiveness, so what we're looking for here, I gave him a medium because he had no reservations about coming over, but he actually was polite. He crawled into my lap and he kind of, gently looked for my attention. Whereas low, they might army crawl or they might need coaxing to come over, and high, they're kind of like right up in your face. So he was a medium for assertiveness. Motivation level, it can also be called like the workability. How much is he going to want to work for you? And he got a medium. So often he wanted to do what I was asking. And then sometimes he would get distracted. And then he would come around and he would want to play the games again and engage with me. So that's what we're looking for there for motivation level. Nerve strength and resiliency, his ability to handle stress. He actually surprised me because sometimes he is when their ears and their eyes first started opening, he was the whiner. So he blew me out of the water when it came to nerve strength and resiliency, and as well as later on the sight and sound sensitivity. So yeah, he handled the evaluation really well. There was nothing that really put him off, nothing set him off track. He was here for it. Touch tolerance, high, which means he handled a lot of touch. He was really comfortable being handled in any which way. And so when there's kids and grabby kids in the house, that is a really helpful trait to have.